What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of working on this Ford F-150. We're doing 24x14 American Force concave Nemesis wheels on 35s, an 8-inch lift. It's a 2011 F-150. If you've seen the previous video, popping up on the screen right now. Go check that out if you haven't. But before we get into this video, I wanted to go ahead and do 2 shout outs. So the first one that I'm going to be shouting out is Colby. So y'all go subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's The Colby Ward, and that's going to be popping up right now. He's got a clean 2016 F250 Platinum, and it's on a 12 or 13-inch powder-coated PMF lift, 26x16 specialty forged, and 40-inch fuel mud tires. And then I would also like to give a huge shout out and roll this little advertisement from our sponsor here on the channel, Gone Riding Parts. If you need any used OEM dirt bike parts without the OEM prices, go ahead, check out Gone Riding Parts eBay store. Link will be in the description down below. I know a lot of you truck guys are dirt bike people, so if you need any used dirt bike parts, especially if you have DRZ 400, the Supermoto bikes, he's got a lot of those in stock, a lot of parts off of those in stock, aftermarket parts as well. So check out the eBay store, browse through what all you've got. Let's go ahead and roll this little ad.
Guys, check out this DRZ 400 Supermoto bike that Gone Riding Parts just got in. This bike is absolutely flawless. This bike only has 421 miles on it. This bike is going to get completely stripped apart by Gone Riding Parts, and every single individual part will get sold. These are all OEM parts. Sometimes they get bikes in to have aftermarket parts, so you can get OEM parts and aftermarket parts without the high prices. Gone Riding Parts specializes in only taking apart and stripping like new, very, very perfect condition dirt bikes and street bikes.
So you just now heard that thing purring like a kitten. It's ready to ride, but it's got to come apart because their customers need parts.
So if you are a dirt bike guy or a street bike guy, Gone Riding Parts is your place to go. Hop onto their eBay store, scroll through their inventory, and see if they have any parts that you need.
The link's popping up on the screen right now, and the link will be down in the description box down below. Let's get into this video and build a badass F-150. Alright guys, so it is day 2 of the truck build. It's raining right now, so it's echoing on the garage, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot. I'm going to go ahead and roll a little edit of jacking the front of this up, taking some of it apart, and then we'll kind of talk about what all we have to do here with most of the parts and what all the front of the lift includes. In the last video, we got the rear completely done, so all we got to do is just torque over it, use the paint marker, paint some lines on everything so you can tell if anything ever gets loose. So just torquing over everything in the rear, and then the rear's done, but it's done and back together and tight. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a little edit right quick of jacking the front of this up, taking the wheels off, taking some of the suspension apart. We didn't get to go get the wheels today. Central Transport, which is who the wheels are coming from, it was delayed, so this video is probably not going to go up till Friday or Saturday. We're supposed to get the wheels tomorrow, so hopefully we can get this truck tore apart completely today, and then tomorrow we'll put it back together and throw the new wheels on and do a little overview video on it as well. So you'll get to see that in this video, so stay tuned. This should be a lot more this video should show a lot more progression than the last video did. You should get to see it pretty much done in this video, so I'm just going to hold off for a couple of days, and it'll be worth it in the end because you all will get better quality content and get to see more in one video instead of coming back every other day for, you know, a little here and there. So anyway, guys, really appreciate y'all watching. Let's go ahead and roll this edit and get this thing tore apart. Alright guys, so disassembly on this side is done. We've got the caliper sitting on a bucket. We have the lower control arm off. So all we have to do now is drop the differential and do this same stuff on the other side. Put in the differential drop brackets, and the control arm drop brackets, the drop down cross members, which are right here, and then start reassembling everything. Scott showed up.
Hey.
So pretty much it was 3 15mm bolts, 1 16" bolt on the bottom. That's what takes your strut out. I can't remember what size nut was on that. 21mm on the caliper, 15mm on the sway bar, 1 16" on the lower control arm bolts, 15 16" on the lower control arm bolt, and an 8mm and a 18, I think, on the sway bar end link, and that tears it off. So here you see the side completely tore apart. So here's what it used to look like. So pretty much off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side tore apart and drop the differential out. And then whenever I get the drop down cross members and the differential back up and in there and drop down, I'll start filming again, and that will probably be tomorrow or later tonight. This video probably won't go up till Friday or Saturday, like I said, after we get the wheels and stuff. Supposed to be getting the wheels tomorrow. So yeah, that's gonna be all for right now, so I'll check back in with you here in just a second. Alright guys, so we got both sides disassembled, and right now I'm replacing the lower ball joints. So we've got the new lower ball joints in on this side, just using a ball joint press kit and an impact gun. So I figured I would just go ahead and set the camera up and show you what I meant by pressing these lower ball joints out. So the ball joint goes out to the bottom. We've already removed the circlip, and now we're just going to put the impact on this, drive that ball joint down into the receiver cup, which this is bigger than the ball joint, so it's just gonna go right down into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. So there's what that looks like. So you've got the receiver cup that is bigger than the ball joint, and then that goes right there, pushes that out down into there. And here's your old worn out ball joint. Now we are ready to go back in with the new one. We're ready for the drop down cross members, swap over these hub assemblies on the spindles, and then start putting everything back together. Then we'll be off to alignment and ready to drive this thing down the road. Okay guys, so it's currently Friday. We got the wheels finally, just now. We got the truck on, everything except for the front drive shaft. Relatable. The front drive shaft, sway bar drop. We've got the brackets on, just have to put the actual sway bar on. And tightening up the lower control arms and the bottom of the strut bolt, which you don't do until it gets on its own way. So what we're gonna do is go outside, roll these wheels inside, unwrap them, and show you the wheels. So get ready. Let's go. Alright guys, so as always, huge shout out to Perfection Wheels. If y'all need wheels, tires, lift kits, give them a call. I'll put their phone number on the screen right now. Pretty sure a butter knife is sharper than my actual knife. Woo! Boy, look at them. God. Look how beautiful those are. So the story on these guys is I actually called Perfection, called Zach at Perfection, that's my boy, and
I told him that I was doing the truck, Emery's truck. I needed some Ford some 6-lug Ford 24x14s and 35s. And he was like, dude, you couldn't have called at a better time. He had actually just sold these to somebody like a month ago, so they're only a month old, and then he bought them back from him. I guess they wanted bigger wheels or smaller wheels. And he gave me a killer deal on them and hooked Emery up. So huge shout out to Zach at Perfection Wheels. Kind of getting allergies or a cold. Sorry about my voice. But anyway, these are 24x14 American Force Nemesis. They are the concave series American Force. So these have a lower, I guess, offset, or higher offset. What do you want to call it? More of a negative offset than a normal 14 wide. So these actually stick out more. So they still have the same lip size and everything. It's not the concave that actually comes into the lip. It's the concave that you still have a normal lip size, and it just makes the wheel stick out further. So these things are gonna be absolutely wicked. And they are wrapped in a 35-1250 Hede MT. These things literally, I would say a week ago, the nipples were still on them. The nipples are still on the outsides. This center tread, you can see where the nipples used to be right there. Pretty much brand new. So huge shout out to Zach at Perfection. I'm gonna go ahead and open the rest of these up and then go ahead and put one on the truck. Emery! Right here. Turn around, bro.
What?
I'm trying to give you, I'm trying to plug you, give you some free advertising. Emery Turner Detailing. Alright, now turn around, say hello.
Hello.
Say subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Say Justin Hawk Smith is my dad.
Justin Hawk Smith is my sugar daddy.
Alright guys, so we got all the stock parts over here, which you know what that means. Boom. Ooh, look at that boy. Look at that boy. Yeah. Alright guys, so I didn't get to film much because Emery wanted his truck done. He was rushing me. So I didn't have much time to film. But we're gonna pull it outside and show you, walk around it, whatever, all that. Show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so we got the truck pulled out here. As y'all just now seen, it looks super, super good. I think it looks absolutely perfect. We ended up, he's gonna wait on the leveling kit until he gets some aftermarket upper control arms. So this is just 6-inch in the front. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the angles. So the angles are pretty good. They actually, the drop down cross member drops it down 5 inches. And they use the same cross members on their 4-inch kit and their 5-inch kit. So I think we're gonna get some aftermarket upper control arms and set this at probably like 7 or 7.5. Just to be a little bit better on the CVs. Everything looks good though. Pretty much set in dead level. He's got some stuff in the back of it right now. He's got 4 wheels and all the stock suspension. But it's pretty much set in dead level. I think it actually did lower it some in the rear whenever we put all that back there. Still looks good though. Emery, what do you think?
Freaking sick.
Looks good. Hey, Emery's gonna be at rod runs with us, so make sure be on the lookout for the trucks. And also Scott's up here.
Hey.
First drive before the alignment. She's not too bad. Big turbos.
Turbskis.
What do you think about it, Emery?
Freaking sick.
You happy with it?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Emery's first set of forces, guys.
Yeah, I'm a big
So,
force guy.
Big American force guy. That's what it's all about right there. Now, obviously the wheel needs centered, but it actually drives pretty straight. I'm not having to like wander all over the road. Rides pretty good too. The wheels seem to be balanced good. They're not bouncing me all over the road just yet. We gotta break some necks.
You right?
We gotta break some necks.
We're driving up to Walmart.
Even though we don't have dark tint, so
Big supermoto guy.
big supermoto gun. Nobody even looked, Emery. Let's go back, tear it apart. We gotta go bigger.
Oh, you.
Uh-oh, here's a sub. Oh, they're looking. Oh, sorry about your neck. Oh yeah, they're looking. Oh yeah.
Oh, if they stuck in a little bit more.
Oh, it needs spacers, bad. It needs spacers. Everybody comment below if it needs spacers. Let me try to focus it. It needs spacers. If it didn't have the factory fender flares like from where it's a lariat, it would look a little wider too.
Yeah.
But we can't get rid of those. Alright guys, so I'm sorry that I didn't video as much as I wanted to because Emery was rushing me, so I didn't have time to video and take my time and video everything.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding, but that is going to be all for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed watching it and watching this truck transform. That's what it's all about. Emery's super happy with the truck.
Love it.
So, always remember guys, everybody starts out as a nobody, and that's going to be all for today's video.
Like and subscribe to the channel.
Yes sir. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.